Alright, so in this video, got a brand new 3D printer from FlashForge. It is the Adventure 5M Pro model. We're going to unbox it, set it up, and print some stuff. What's cool about this model is that it comes pre-assembled. So basically, you have a few things that you need to attach to it, and it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to fully set up, and you can begin with your first print. So it comes with a few things. It comes with a little bit of filament material to get you started, a quick start guide, power cord, a larger nozzle hot end, USB stick, some glue for the bed, spool holder and some screws, and some basic tools. Alright, here we are on the back of the machine, and those two little yellow arrows denote where you attach the spool holder. 2 screws in this little bracket and you're done. Next up, there's a few screws inside that need to be removed, and they're there for packaging purposes so the bed doesn't rattle around. So I believe there's 4 screws that you just remove and toss, and then you can fire up the machine. So powering it up is super simple. Answer a few questions and then type in your Wi-Fi details so it can communicate with your computer. Next up, it does a self-calibration and levels the bed. So that's super nice. This model has auto bed level, which is something I don't have on my older 3D printer. You got to do that manually, and it's something that you have to do quite frequently. Okay, here I am loading the filament. All you do is follow the on-screen instructions. You push the full filament all the way to the extruder, and then you hit the start button, and then it'll just suck it right in and purge a little bit, and it'll be ready to print. I'm giving the bed a quick wipe with IPA alcohol just so there's no dirt, grease, and then the part will stick to it. Alright, so here's the first test print. It's the part that it wants you to print during setup, so it's just a test print. So it's just a little cube, and it'll be done just in a few minutes. And as you can see, I selected a poor choice of a table. The thing's shaking like crazy. This plastic foldable table is not going to cut it for long-term use here. But hey, it's what I have now. Alright, so FlashForge recommends that you use the Flash Print Slicer. That's on their website. It's free to download. So I have that installed, and here it is. And just so you know, right over here, there's a connect machine button, and I already connected the machine. So you can see that it's ready to go, ready to receive a part. Alright, so let's print something cool. Alright, so this is a little part that I found online. It is cool as hell, and we'll print it, and I'll show you what it's about. So basically, I drag and drop it, and here is this part. So we can go ahead and start slicing, which is this play button up here, and it gives you some settings, and we're just going to go with all standard settings, so it pretty much has everything you need in here. But let's go over here. I just want to show you something. The print speed, 300 millimeters per second. That is smoking fast. And then travel speed, 500. With my other printer, these values are much less. So we're just gonna roll with these because this is the defaults. So we'll just go ahead and hit slice. And why don't we just go ahead and preview that so you can see that. Let's go ahead and zoom in here, and I can drag these layers, and it kind of gives you the tool path and the steps, and you can actually see inside of it and whatnot. So that's just pretty cool. Okay, and then up here, send to printer. All we do, because we have this hooked up with Wi-Fi, so all we have to do is click this button. We can name it something, hit OK, and there you go. It's sent it over there, and I'm looking behind me, and it's already accepting the print and heating up the machine. Here is a time-lapse video from the onboard camera. And here's a real-time video straight from my camera, and this thing, you can just see how smoking fast this thing is. Okay, so the print is done. So let's go ahead and open up the door. And this comes with, I believe this is a PEI magnetic bed plate. So it's easy to remove. So you just lift this up. It's magnetized like that, pull it out, and it's flexible. So this part is usually on glass. It could be pretty difficult to remove. So on a sheet like this, all you do is you bend it and it releases. So it just comes right off. And this stuff here you can just pick off with your fingernail. This is for purging and whatnot. And then to put it back in, you just kind of hang it up. Hold on, there's another chunk there. Just go like that, slide it back. There's 2 notches, and boom. It's ready for the next print. Okay, here's the print. And if you look, the quality is really nice. I mean, this thing did a fantastic job of printing, and the quality is, it's just amazing because due to how fast this thing is moving and this print quality, yeah, I'm really impressed with it. So you're probably wondering, what the heck is this? Let me just show you what this is. So this is a free part that I downloaded. It's a mini ratchet. So what this is you can put it on your keychain, but it fits a quarter-inch bit of whatever. So let's say, you know, here I got a screwdriver bit, quarter, fits right in there. It's a little snug. First of all, this is what they call print in place part. So you can see that there's a little sphere in the center, and it's free. But when you print it, everything gets built around it, and when you break it loose from the build plate, and all you do is kind of move this, it'll snap, and it's trapped in there. It's printed in place, and it's a movable part. And furthermore, it has gears on it. So this is actually a ratcheting screwdriver that you can put on your keychain. And you can see that well, you can't see, but the sphere has teeth on it. And then here, this is a flexible pawl, if you will. And you can use it as a screwdriver. And if you want to reverse directions, you can put it on the other side. And then obviously it wobbles a little bit because it can have a little misalignment. I don't know. Whoever designed this, it's just very clever. It's cool. And this is just the kind of stuff you can find online for free. And it costs probably like 2 pennies, 2 cents to print in terms of material. And then this printer did a really nice job of how fast and high quality this print is. So that's awesome. Okay, so I want to quickly go over the differences between, say, this 3D printer and the FlashForge Adventure 5M Pro. So this is the Creality Ender 3. I bought this thing for $200 to $300. It's kind of an older model, given that I bought it 2-3 years ago and I've been using the heck out of it. This is a great printer. It's great for entry-level stuff. However, what's nice about this, it has some features that this one doesn't have. For example, the auto leveling. So this is the print bed. Every 3D printer has a print bed. This has to be manually adjusted with 4 screws, and it can take a while. Some people get really frustrated with that, and you have to have that set up perfectly to get your first layer down. Otherwise, you're not going to get a good print. This thing automatically does that, so that's awesome. Next up, this has a glass bed, which is okay, but I kind of like the PEI sheet because you can remove it, flex it, and your part just pops right off. So that's really nice. Next up, it's fully enclosed. This thing is covered in dust. I never clean it. What's nice is this has some doors and stuff on it, so it keeps the print inside clean and all the mechanism and whatnot. Also, I think it's no louder than this one, and this thing's blazing fast. And speaking of speed, this thing is probably 6 times faster than this one in terms of the extruder speed. So you're just going to get faster prints, which is awesome because sometimes you can run a print job that's like 2 days long and you're just waiting and waiting and you can't wait till the part's done. So that's awesome. Another nice thing is the Wi-Fi control. So I can just send models over or the print job wirelessly through your Wi-Fi network versus here I have a card that I gotta drop in the computer and then come over here and load it, and that's just one more thing you gotta do. Also, what's nice about this one, it has a camera integrated. With this one here, I had to buy a separate camera. So it's nice that this just comes with one and it's not hanging off to the side or whatever. It's all enclosed in this nice box here. The volumes, the print volumes are about the same, but this has a bigger footprint. I mean, you can see the spool holder is way up here, which I'm probably gonna relocate down here, but basically this is all nice and more compact. And lastly, I mean, this table, I gotta move both these printers. This is kind of where I ship products and stuff to you guys, so I just need to move this. I got a rack back there that I will move it. So just think that you're definitely going to need a sturdy table, because this thing is flying. It's so fast, and it'll vibrate on a surface like this or a table like this. One more thing that I'm not crazy about is that over here I am using Cura as the slicer, and it's a very popular slicer. A lot of support. It supports a lot of machines. I did not see this machine in the pull down menu to get the profile and the settings for it. So right now I'm using the Flash Print slicer, which they recommend downloading and everything. And they're very similar in terms of all the setup and whatnot, but I rather would stick to one slicer, and I know Cura pretty well, and it has a lot of add-ons and support. So I'm going to keep looking. Someone probably has a profile for this machine for Cura, or I think eventually it'll come out, but right now, and I haven't researched it that too much, but right now I'm using the Flash Print software. All right, I went ahead and made some space for these printers over here on this rack. Put a shelf down, and this is a lot more sturdy than the plastic table. So I think this is where it's going to live, and this is where it's going to be my 3D printing area. All right, so that's going to do it for this video. We reviewed the FlashForge Adventure Pro. It's a really nice 3D printer. It's very fast. I'm hoping for Cura support in the future. We'll see about that. I'll have to inquire. It might even be out there. So the link to that will be in the video description. And also, if you haven't checked it out already, I have a 3D printing course. It teaches you how to 3D print parts, how to use a 3D printer, and also how to design 3D CAD models. So that course will be in the video description. Check it out. It's a brand new course that I just came out with this year. And now it's time to get organized around here. This place is a mess.